Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Probably one of the most heard, yet perhaps the least understood of all topics in Sanatana Dharma is one related to the Navagrahas and astrology. Many of us have this question in today's modern age. Whenever we have a problem, when we approach Sanatana Dharma for solution, we are somehow taken to a point where there is a discussion happening that the planets in our birth chart are not in the right position, and which is therefore causing this particular issue that we are currently facing in our life. And our logical mind always has this question: the planets in our solar system that are revolving in their own orbits so far away from us, how is it that they are influencing my life? How can doing a homa to a planet fix things in my life? How can my time and place of birth, which is not in my control, decide who I am today and what is going to happen to me tomorrow? Is this all really true? Rest assured, by the end of this video, not will we fully understand this topic, we will also remove a lot of misconceptions and myths that have set out in the current society. We will be proud by the end of this video of this mind-blowing, absolutely genius work that our rishis have done through their darshan and given it to us like our heritage. All we need to do is to understand it in the right manner. A small note before we move further: if you haven't already, we recommend that you do watch our previous videos, a small series called Life to Puja. It is a set of 5 very small videos totaling about 12 minutes that explain how any puja works in general and how the rishis have created these rituals to begin with. Alright, so let's begin. Before we start, let us clear off a basic misconception. When Sanatana Dharma talks about Navagrahas, they are not talking about the physical planet, the moon, or physical entities made up of rocks and gases that are revolving around the sun. No, they are actually talking about representations of the Devata Shakti that control very important cosmic energies. Please listen carefully as we look at this concept and what these Navagrahas are and how they are tied to our life, our birth chart, and positive negative outcomes in our life. As we all know, in Sanatana Dharma there is rebirth. The soul trapped in our body assumes a different upadhi, a different body after leaving ours. When a person is born, there are 2 karmas that come alongside, called Sanchita karma and Prarabdha karma. What is this karma? Think of it like this: karma is a memory imprint of everything your soul does, not your body. This includes thoughts, emotions, actions. Everything that your soul has done so far in all your previous rebirths, including this current life, is called karma. As this entire universe is nothing but interaction between energies in various forms, everything generates energy. As per Sanatana Dharma, our action that we take with our body, with our mind, with our thoughts, everything is a form of energy, and it gets released into this larger cosmic system. And that system is designed to store every imprint that we leave with it, and it will give it back to us, kind of like an action and equally opposite reaction sort of a law. So this karma is nothing but those imprints that we have left through our soul on this entire cosmic system so far. To balance out what we have given to it, we assume a certain upadhi, a body form, and we are born in a certain place, in a certain environment, at a certain time, in a certain country, in a certain situation, and so on. We can notice this concept in all our Puranas. For example, Arjuna was reborn as Bhakta Karnapa. Staunch devotees of Lord Vishnu were reborn as Vasudeva and Devaki to give birth to Lord Krishna. Yashoda Mata was later reborn as Vakula Mata to get her son Srinivasa, Lord Venkateshwara of Tirupati, to get married, and so on and so on. Coming back to the concept, this karma, as we said, is broken into parts to make it easy to identify. Sanchita karma is the entire baggage of karma against a given soul. Now, out of that, Prarabdha karma is the subset of karma that can practically be finished by the current life form that is assumed by this soul. And there is another form of karma which is referred to as Agami karma. That is the amount of additional karma that we earn in this present life through the actions that we are doing. While this concept applies to any life form, let us take the human life right now and quickly connect the dots to Navagrahas, which is the main topic that we started with. So we have all understood that we have karma that we cannot see, and these are actions and thoughts that we have already done in a previous life, which we have no account of. In order to get the equal and opposite reaction back, this karma starts taking expression in our body in the form of habits that we cannot get rid of easily. Takes forms of triggers, impulses, strong likes and dislikes, innate fears about something, and so on. It also takes the form of decisions, choices, events, people we are going to meet, our wins, losses, etc. In other words, it is expressing itself through various phases of our life, give back us good, pleasant, or an unpleasant situation and reaction. Our body anatomy also has 3 components as per Ayurveda, called Vata, Pitta, and Kapha. Based on the karma balance that we need to experience, the combination of Vata, Pitta, Kapha gets formed in our bodies, and it in turn decides strength, immunity, health in general, and the happiness and suffering that follows. So in essence, the life form, place of birth, type of body, baked in impulses and personality traits are all governed by this karmic balance that our soul has entered with. Here is where our rishis have come, and they have created genius work that has led to what we today see as Navagrahas. See, experience a certain amount of karma. We are born in a certain way at a certain place with a certain type of a body and so on, right? That concept is now clear. But what the rishis have observed is the place and time of birth is playing one of the most crucial roles in deciding how much karma we are going to experience in this life form. They reverse engineered this and started looking at patterns. They created calculations where they said if a human being is born in a certain place and time, what must be the karmic balance that they are here to get rid of. Now, they needed a reference point to say or to exactly denote the place and time at which somebody is born. A reference point for that space and time in this complex 3D universe. And for that, they used planetary motion, which is cyclical, which is not going to change for a very, very long time when you take Earth as a reference point. So, in other words, we got the answer to our first question, right? What Sanatana Dharma is trying to say, it is not telling us that planetary motion is determining our future. Instead, planetary motion is a map created by the rishis, when read properly, can indicate the karmic balance and imprints that this doer is going to undergo and might have to undergo in the future. There is another very subtle concept here. After creating this map, the rishis did not stop here. Once a human being knows what is the karmic baggage they have to undergo, the rishis also gave certain ways to overcome this karmic influence. Why did they do this? Simple concept. If a person is bothered with something very, very huge in their life, say a financial issue or a nagging health issue, issues with mental health, relationship, or let us say they are craving for something which is not happening, like marriage or a job promotion or children, for example. If one doesn't receive what they need for a very long time, they would not have a balanced state of mind. And generally, for majority of us, only when our life is reasonably smooth and reasonably balanced out is when we start pursuing the divine or we start undergoing a spiritual journey. In Sanatana Dharma, a human being's only purpose is to ascend spiritually. So, realizing that a lot of people would be trapped in these struggles, and because they will not get the opportunity to do sadhana when they are struggling with something major in their life, the rishis created certain mantras to invoke energy which can balance out the karmic imprints so that the doer can enjoy a smoother life. Through their darshana, because they can see the inner dhvani, the fundamental cosmic vibration in everything, they have observed what sort of cosmic energies are making these situations happen in our life, which are actually balancing out the karmic baggage with which we have entered. They then mapped them back to the same planetary motion that they have taken as a map. So, the Graha Shantis that we call them today, or the Grahas, what are these now? They are not merely planetary bodies. They are representations of Devata Shaktis that are actually having the influence in our current situation, which is in turn balancing out whatever karmic baggage we are here with. to make it easier for the next generations of the Veda Parampara to identify how much one needs to worship which Devata out of these Navagrahas. They created this whole science which we today refer to as Jyothish Shastra or astrology. It is a very subtle concept. It is a little complex, but once we look at it repeatedly, it becomes very clear. Just to summarize, we are here with a certain karmic balance that we need to remove or negate or balance out. In order to do that, in our life, we need to encounter certain pleasant and unpleasant situations. For those things to happen to us, there are certain cosmic energies that are going to act upon us in a certain way to create those situations within and outside our body. But if we are struggling with larger issues in life, because we will not rise towards spiritual progress or a spiritual sadhana path, the rishis have given us certain devatas, certain references and certain puja techniques to balance out these cosmic energies so that we don't have to undergo the entire karmic influence. It can be subdued, it can be lessened, and it can be cancelled out so that we can then turn our life back towards sadhana.